I found that nothing in life is worth willingness. You take risks. No Fingal said. There is no Pashanto be found playing smallin, settling for a life, and applying to college, and picking your major, and deciding what you want to do with life. I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have a something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honeybot. I never understood that something to fall back, oh Neff. I'm going to Fally, don't want to fall back on anythingy, want to fall forwardy. Figure at least this way, I'll see what I'm going to hit with. A bootake chancedn't be afraid to fail. There's an old test was 9 dots and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting. The pencil's only way to do it was to go outside. If bookstant be afraid, toad think outside the box. Don't be afraid, TOEFL big do dream big. But remember Dremsworth Golser, just dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career. The Moston, the history of baseball, but you don't there. Forward Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 field experiments. Did you know that I didn't know that Beckus, the 1001st Wested light bulb fall Ford Vory failed experiment? Heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. You will, you will embarrass yourself. You message for a graduation ceremony, but I am telling you embrace it, because it's inevitably the acting business. You fail all fate time. Early on in my career, auditioned for a part in a I can't. Sinji didn't get the job. Here's the thingy. Didn't quitty, didn't fall backy, walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. Pre-dand. I prayed, but I continued to fail, but it didn't matter. Bakosu know what there's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut, so you will catch a break. And I did catch a break. Yuri did a play called Fences on Broadway, but here's the kicker, it was at the Court Theatre. It was at the same theatre that I failed that first audition. 30 years. Prayorth point is every graduate here to dias the training and the talent to succeed, but do you have the gusto fail? If you don't, failure. Not even triangle. Say it again. If you don't, failure. Not even trying to get something. You never had. You haveto do something you never did. Imaging you're on your deathbed and standing around your deathbed, the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. Ghost of the ideas you never acted on. Ghost of the talents you didn't use them. They're standing around your bed and greetus poptent. Upsethi say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life. They signed, now we have to go to the gravity gerso. I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? Just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terribly poverty that need helpin'. Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana. Do we need it from you young people? I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm jetting a little grayer. Need it from you, the young people, Beckas. Remember, it's your time here, your talent here, prayers here, your treasures. What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you have patience, some of you have kindness, some of you have loved, some of you have thy gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have right now? Here's my last point about The best Waito figure out where you're going, your life will never be a straight pathy, began at Fordham University as a med studenty, took a course. Then I decided to go into pre-Lawton journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction was a 1.8 G-pond. The university, very politicized, that it might be better to take some time offy, was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point and then, one day, and I remember, a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon, and there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town, and I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked in the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at mesh, just kept looking at me every time it looked at her. She kept giving me strange looks, so she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, have a prophecy, a spiritual prophesy," said, "you are going to travel through world and speak to millions of people in the years that follow, just as that woman prophesies. I have traveled world, and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies, millions, who, up until this, they couldn't see Muho up till this day. I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me, they could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real Mabu. I see youth to die, and I'm encouraged by what I see, am strengthened by what I see. Taking risk is not just about going for a job, it's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas, to chances. You talketh people, you meet people, you loveth faith that you have a that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged, never hold back, give everything you go tained. When you fall throughout life, remember this fall forward you